Hi, Amanda. First off, I wanted to say that I really enjoyed your Christmas theme in July, especially since I really like the winter months and not so much the heat. So, good job on your visuals there. The first thing that I'd like to compliment you on, other than the color scheme you chose and the subject, is that I really like the color coding with the white being a non-finite clause and the green being for finite verbs. It's a really good job there, especially for students like myself who are visual learners. And along with being good for visual learners, I think it shows how everything functions together in the syntax of English. I do have a little bit of confusion, even though I know you addressed this later on in your picture chart, as to what the underlined portions are. So after looking at everything, at least for me, I think it would flow a little bit better if you started with the prototypical form followed by indefinites or infinitives and participles and then the examples. I think that it's fine to start out with saying this part here, non-finite clauses lack tense aspect and model information. I think that's fine, but at least for me, I think it would flow a little bit better if the order was changed a little bit. Next up, for the infinitives and participles, in terms of its structure, I like the aspect of the morphology of everything with the ing and for the past, the en, the ed, etc. To make this a little stronger, what I would suggest would be for, instead of having 2 plus, so that we're explicitly clear that it's a verb, I would do something like 2 plus verb, because seeing 2 plus could make it a noun, an adjective, etc. And we know that by doing the substitution test, that a sentence like this would not make sense without a verb. So the elves continued to happy, continued to in, continued to joyfully. That would make sense. So again, I think it'd be a good idea to add 2 plus verb. Over here, to show the form again, I would do verb plus ing, just to make it explicitly clear. And then over here for bear, I know you explain it down here, what it is. So maybe having this, the prototypical form, come before this one might make it a little bit clearer. But again, I really liked how you explained everything here, and I love the use of the 3 Christmas lights to show the prototypical form of infinitive clauses. Next up, for the major grammatical functions of infinitive clauses, I think you did a really good job here. I especially like the fact that the less prototypical function is in a lighter font. I really like that touch. My comment here, again, I like how you correspond each of these, of the reindeer, down to an example here. But my concern is maybe myself not understanding what a copula complement is or an extraposed subject. I can figure it out from here, but maybe something there to explain its use there. But overall, really good job here. Everything's very clear. Then down here for the 3 infinitive clause patterns, Again, good job on the patterns, because as we've learned, linguistic perspective is all about patterns as opposed to rules. I understand everything here, and again, good job on the matching of everything with the white and the green corresponding to everything. That was very helpful in keeping everything straight there. So I enjoyed that. Good job. And I totally believe that through what you did here, especially with the color coding and the underlining, I would for sure be able to do everything in this activity, as well as take care of this one. So overall, good job. And I have learned something that I hadn't really thought about before. I don't remember using or learning about this when I was in school, learning about grammar. So I appreciate this. And if I'm teaching this subject in the future, I will for sure look back and use what you created as a form of inspiration for me. So good job. Hope you have a good day.